Hey everybody, we are currently in Switzerland. We got here from Catalonia, Greece. We took a flight and then we got to Zurich and took a train to a city called Lauterbrunnen, and it's kind of like a mountain town. We'll be here for 4 days and then we're going to go back to Zurich and spend 2 days there. So come along with us and I hope you enjoy this video. The train from Zurich to Lauterbrunnen was so beautiful and we enjoyed the views with some Swiss chocolate. Our campsite was called Camping Jungfrau and it was probably the coolest campsite I have ever seen. They had a bar and restaurant, even a mini store. We got to stay in the cutest little cabin with such a nice location right next to the pond, which was freezing. We went on an evening walk through the town and we were just in shock with how beautiful it was here. Literally exactly what you imagine when you think of Switzerland. In the morning, we woke up early and took a cable car to a town called Mürren. This is where we started a very long but beautiful hike down the Swiss Alps. This was probably the most breathtaking hike I have ever done. We started off in these beautiful fields of bright green grass. The morning air hitting your face felt so fresh, and we stopped multiple times to admire the mountain peaks above. There was also no one else here, which was insane to me. Along the way, you can literally fill your bottle up from these fountains, giving you probably the freshest mountain spring water on earth. We started hiking into the valley, crossing these breathtaking rivers and hiking into the forest where we were greeted by this waterfall that we walked right under. We made it to a town called Grimmerwald and stopped to say hi to Swiss cows. We continued hiking down through some cute farms, taking in the views until we made it back down to Lauterbrunnen. I ended the day with some stretching and yoga before we went to the communal kitchen to make dinner. The next day, we spent the morning relaxing at camp and then went to pick up our Too Good To Go order, which really let us down. But we hiked a small hike around the town near the river, which was incredible because we got such a beautiful view of Lauterbrunnen and the breeze from the river felt amazing. When we got home, we had some really delicious ramen at camp. In the morning the next day, we challenged ourselves by hiking up to Wegnen. Here you can see my sweat glistening. The entire 2 miles, we gained like 1,500 feet in elevation. It was hard, but making it to the town felt so amazing. Wegnen is such a perfect little village. We enjoyed our time here. After hiking down, we had a little afternoon picnic and a little nap too. I have to keep it real with you guys. We tried this fondue. We had really high hopes, but I could not get used to the flavor. We really were not big fans. The next day, bright and early, we left Lauterbrunnen and got on a train to Bern. We went there for just a few hours and enjoyed the UNESCO World Heritage City and ate lunch next to the river as we watched locals float down. We got back on the train and made our way to Zurich. Once we got there, we walked to our adorable Airbnb. In the morning, we got a train that took us to the famous lint factory. We started out in a cocoa plantation. We learned all about the history of chocolate, and then the part we were all waiting for was trying chocolate straight from the source. Seriously, it was the best chocolate ever. We saw exactly how it was made and got to taste probably every type of chocolate the lint factory makes. It was a ridiculous amount. At the end, we got one last chocolate to go in such a fun and creative way. Then we took a short cruise over to the main part of Zurich where we did some walking around Old Town and some shopping. We had to get a Swiss knife in Switzerland, it just felt right. We stopped for lunch at the park and then went to the Swiss Museum, which was incredible, but my camera died. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you all in the next adventure. Bye!